This is Akashvani, the news read by Naresh Margo. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh is currently holding bilateral talks with Minister of National Defence of Vietnam, General Phan Van Giang, today in New Delhi. The talks are being held to further boost the defence cooperation between India and Vietnam. Both sides are exchanging views on regional and global issues of mutual interest. Mr. Chiang arrived in New Delhi yesterday on a two-day official visit. The Minister of National Defence of Vietnam is also scheduled to visit Agra during his stay in India. India and Vietnam share a comprehensive strategic partnership, and bilateral defence relations are a strong pillar of this partnership. Defence engagements between the two nations have diversified to include wide-ranging contacts between the services, military-to-military exchanges, high-level visits, capacity building, training programs, cooperation in UN peacekeeping, and bilateral exercise. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will embark on a 5-day state visit to the United States of America and Egypt from tomorrow. Briefing the media in New Delhi, Foreign Secretary Vinay Mohan Kwatra said, at the invitation of U.S. President Joseph Biden and First Lady Dr. Jill Biden, Mr. Modi will pay an official state visit to the USA from the 21st to the 23rd of this month. He said the visit will commence in New York, where the Prime Minister will lead the celebrations of the International Day of Yoga at the United Nations headquarters on Wednesday. The UN General Assembly had adopted a resolution proclaiming June 21 as the International Day of Yoga in December 2014. The concluding and last G20 Tourism Working Group meeting, along with the Tourism Ministerial meeting, began today in Goa. Union Minister for Culture, Tourism and Development of Northeastern Region, DONA, Shri G. Kishan Reddy, addressed the first session of Making Cruise Tourism a Model for Sustainable and Responsible Travel, in which he highlighted the immense growth potential of the Indian cruise industry. He said that with 7,500 kilometers of coastline and a vast river system, India is one of the potential cruise tourism destinations, with many of its best tourist destinations yet to be disclosed to the world. On the sidelines of the main Tourism Working Group meeting, involving delegates from G20 member countries, central government ministries, various state governments and international organizations have organized various events. These include crucial initiatives of cruise tourism, Global Tourism Plastic Initiative and public-private sector. The third and final G20 Sustainable Finance Working Group meeting under India's presidency began at Mahabalipuram near Chennai today. The inaugural session began with the Indian chair Geetu Joshi, International Economic Relations, and Chandni Raina from Department of Economic Affairs addressing the participants. The session is co-chaired by the representatives from the US and China. In Assam, nearly 34,000 people are affected in the first wave of floods in at least 11 districts in the state. Kasar, Darang, Dhimaji, Dibrugarh, Lakhimpur, Sonitpur and Tinsukia are some of the flood-hit districts. Official sources said that the Lakhimpur is the worst-hit district with over 25,000 affected people. District administration is running one relief camp, besides operating 16 relief distribution centers in 3 districts. Our correspondent reports that floodwater damaged embankments, roads, bridges and other infrastructure has been damaged in several districts. Floodwater also disrupted roads and vehicular movement in flood-hit areas. Canada-based Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar has been shot dead in Surrey city of British Columbia province. He was wanted in India for allegedly conspiring to carry out terror attacks in Punjab. Nijjar's name was included in a list released by the Indian government recently, naming 40 other designated terrorists. Nijjar was the chief of the terror outfit Khalistan Tiger Force KTF. In 2022, the National Investigation Agency had declared a reward of 10 lakh rupees on Nijjar after he was accused of conspiring to carry out terror acts in Jalandhar, Punjab. Earlier, the NIA had also filed a charge sheet against Nijjar in a case of conspiracy to commit terrorist acts against India. He played a key role in organizing the Khalistan referendum in Brampton City in Canada. Indian Navy's state-of-the-art submarine INS Wagir is all set to embark on an operational visit to Colombo from June 19 to June 21. This visit is in commemoration of the 9th edition of the International Day of Yoga. And that is the end of this news bulletin.